Are you a Christian who struggles with cussing? I mean, or even if you don't struggle with cussing, do you struggle with yelling, screaming, anger? And what do you do about that? So, I'm going to tell you a few things that helped me. And maybe it'll help you, maybe not. Hopefully, you get value out of this somewhere. So, the first thing I did was I started writing about it in my journal. The first day, I took a pen and I wrote a little cross on my thumb, just for a visual reminder. Because I've went my whole life trying to quit cussing, but I never really did anything about it. So I'm praying, I did all the things, but nothing on my end. I wasn't doing anything on my end besides asking God, but God, I needed to do the work. So I wrote in my journal every night, please make me stop, like help me stop. Then I had to evaluate, why am I cussing? I realized some of it was anger. So what I had to do, I had to deal with some of that anger. So you got to give yourself some grace. Take notes when you cuss. Why am I cussing? What's coming from? Is it wholesome? Is it holy? One thing that really was my oh my gosh moment is people say it's not a bad thing to do, but what about when you don't want to cuss around your grandma, your pastor, your friends from church? Me personally, I never cussed in front of my family. People at church didn't know I cussed. I mean, there's no way. So apparently I knew it was bad. I mean, for me, that was my conviction. So I knew it was bad. I knew there was something wrong with it if I'm not doing it in front of everybody else. So I was ashamed. I was ashamed of cussing and I couldn't stop. So we have to hold ourselves accountable. So when I was writing in my journal at the end of each day, I would try to remember how many days I cussed. The first day I tried to stop, I cussed 5 times. The second day, I cussed 3 times. After that, I think maybe in the next 2 weeks, I've cussed maybe once or twice. Guys, it has been 3 months and I no longer cuss. I'm 38 years old and I think I started cussing when I was like 16. I just now stopped cussing because I did the work. God helped me, but He said I need to do stuff on my end. So I feel like, when God calls you to do something, you got to put the work in on your end. How's the saying go? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You have to do stuff on your end. So here are some scriptures that I use to hold me accountable. 2 Colossians 3:8, James 3:10, and Matthew 12:36. Now, I am no way placing judgment on anybody. I cussed for years, and I got a deep conviction about it. I just knew I couldn't do it on my own strength. Like, this was all Jesus. Jesus took this away, but He told me I had to do the work. He wasn't going to just let me just slide on by. I prayed, and He gave me the tools. Like, me writing on my finger, me writing in my journal, that was, I feel like He put those in my heart to help me stop. And I don't have the anger. I went to the altar in February at church, and I just cried out to God, and I just said, hey, I can't do this anymore. I need help. I was in a dark place mentally. Nobody could really tell. I put on a good front, but I was dealing with some depression, and I haven't been the same. Since I got up from that altar, I have not been the same. Everything about me has changed. I feel like I have a new pep in my step. I have a new life, and all I want to do is tell everybody about it. If you're watching this and you're offended, please don't be. This was just my conviction. This was something that the Bible talks about. I used to defend it by saying it's just a man-made word. You can't tell someone cussing is bad. You have to take inventory of what you're putting in and putting out of your mouth. If something's meant to hurt somebody, or if something's said a certain way that isn't wholesome, you really just got to take inventory of what that word means to you and why you're saying that. And at the end of the day, it's you and God, you know. And if you're convicted and you just walk away from that you and God, that's you and God. But anyway, if you're feeling how I used to feel and you want to leave a comment, I'll pray for you. But yeah, I have my little notes here, and what I did, I'll say it over. I wrote in my journal, prayed about it every day, put a reminder on my thumb. I gave myself grace, and I held myself accountable. Told my husband, my kids, everybody, call me if I say something and I don't. There was one time when I cussed, it slipped out just randomly. I didn't even realize it. That's how often I was cussing. But you know, when you give up things that are the hard things to give up, God will change your life. He's changing mine. I can't wait to share everything He's doing in my life right now. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's scary. But I know it's going to be great.